How's everyone doing? Today I have a horror collection update with 5 pickups. I've got horror t-shirts, a horror sweatshirt, a horror Funko Pop, a horror 4K box set. And if you've seen the movies involved here, definitely let me know what you think of them and let me know which one of these pickups is your favorite. And let me know if you have any horror Funko Pops in your collection, which is your favorite. And if you have any horror 4Ks in your collection, let me know which is your favorite. And horror t-shirts as well. Let me know if you have any and which is your favorite. First up, I'm going to show you the horror t-shirts. And I got all of these and the sweatshirt as well from a website called Ript Apparel. And they do like a combination of 2 different concepts. And they have some awesome designs. And usually they're only available for like the lower price for 24 hours, and then it's, I think, another like 12 hours for a little bit more, and then they go away, but sometimes they bring them back. But I had to snag these immediately. This is that, kind of like the postcard greetings from, and it's Outpost 31 from John Carpenter's The Thing, which is my all-time favorite movie. I love it so friggin' much. That sense of isolation and paranoia, the snowy setting. Absolutely love it. Oh, I can talk about it endlessly. Rob Bottin's practical effects, Dean Cundy's cinematography, Ennio Morricone's score, John Carpenter's directing. Just the whole cast was incredible. And I love movies with a snowy setting, especially horror movies, and there needs to be more. I've said this for decades, that there should be a Friday the 13th with a set in the snow, because I live in New Jersey, and that's where the first one was shot. And it snows here. And I lived in New York before, and Jason Takes Manhattan, and it snows even more in New York. And I know they had a legal issue for a while, but that's been settled now, so hopefully that will happen. I know there was Never Hike Alone, then Never Hike in the Snow, which were fan-made films. The Never Hike in the Snow was the shorter one. I wish it was a feature-length one. I think there was a Womp Stomp Films. Maybe get them involved because they did an incredible job. Jason in the Snow, come on. Friday the 13th of Snow, we need it. But here we go. And you can see on Outpost 31, the letters and numbers. You can see the different characters in there, which is super cool. And you see the Norse spider head and McCready with the flamethrower. And then you have a quote down here, "We're 1,000 miles from nowhere, and it's going to get a hell of a lot worse before it gets better." This looked so friggin' cool. I had to grab it immediately. Their t-shirt designs, sometimes, again, like I said, it's the first 24 hours, the lower price. And then I didn't want to wait, because the next 12 hours it goes up a little bit and then it goes away. Sometimes they bring it back, but you can't count on that. And I didn't want to take that chance. So I love that. I feel like they need to have more horror designs for Ript Apparel. But that one is just incredible for me. So I had to get it. And I loved it so much that I got a sweatshirt for it. So same design. You can get, they have like a tank top. You have different like styles that you can choose from. Obviously, the sweatshirt is more money, but I had to get that. Again, just so friggin' incredible. I love that design so much. And again, it's my all-time favorite movie. And it's awesome to see like all these different movies that are getting so much, love now, and so many different, items and merchandise. Trick or Treat. I used to think it was underrated. Like 9 years ago, I did a video in here for my top 10 underrated horror movies on Blu-ray, and I put Trick or Treat on there. But now, it's a little bit oversaturated, but I'm also thankful. Like, we've got so much cool Trick or Treat merchandise, and now, we've got a lot of Killer Clowns from Outer Space merchandise and The Thing merchandise, a ton, and some really awesome stuff, so I'm happy about that, especially these ones right here. And a lot of companies are doing t-shirts for all those ones that I just mentioned, and I'd love to see more, though. I say oversaturated. It's not a bad thing, though. Not in that case. But it's just interesting how quickly Trick or Treat, for instance, became so mainstream. But I'm looking forward to the sequel. I know they've been talking about that for years. Hopefully that will happen. But here's the other t-shirt that I got from Ript Apparel. It's, obviously for the Warriors, but it says the Invaders. And you've got the different aliens right here. I guess maybe it's Alien Day or something. You've got the Norse Spiderhead, They Live, Predator, Mars Attacks, the Krite, critters, and then the Xenomorph from Aliens. So I freaking love that. Let me know what your favorite alien is in any movie. But I love that. Super cool design, again, with the Warriors and the mashup with the aliens. So I thought that was really unique and cool. And I've never seen anything quite like this one before. And especially including the Norris head. So those are some of the best ones from, you know, different horror movies. And there's some other really cool ones out there too, but I love that one. That was incredible for me. I'm so happy I got them, and I kind of wish I would have gotten a, you know, maybe a hoodie too, but maybe in the future I'll get that. But let's go ahead and get into the rest. Let me know what your favorite horror t-shirt company is out there. There's some really great ones. But here's my Funko Pop, and it is Brandon Breyers for the movie Brightburn, which I love this movie so much. I did a movie review for it when I first saw it initially, and check that review out because it doesn't have a lot of views, and I put some time and effort into it, and I love the movie. I would highly recommend it. It's essentially if Superman was evil, or Superboy essentially was evil. It's basically about this kid who comes from the sky, and he turns evil, and I love it. It was brutal, it was intense, some amazing kills in there. The gore effects were awesome. I like the cast in there too, Elizabeth Banks, a few of the recognizable people. But here is the figure. I like taking my Funko Pops out of the packaging and displaying them. You can appreciate them much more, and it saves room. And there you go. You can actually look and see the figure in its entirety. It comes with a nice little display. So it's, you know, it's him floating up. And there's his mask, which I think looks super creepy. And then the tattered cape. But yeah, I love that little stand that he's on. So, you know, it looks like he's floating. So very cool. But yeah, I love this movie. And I am surprised that it got a Funko Pop release. But I guess I shouldn't be, because Funko Pop does Funkos for like everything. I had to get that one, but super cool. Let me know if you've seen Brightburn especially, because I feel like it's underrated in my opinion. And next up, the 4K box set I got is Underworld limited edition 5 movie collection. Now, this right now is going for like, I think 117 bucks. And then I was lucky enough to get this for a great deal. I got it for 60 bucks, brand new, sealed. And then I sold the code for 23 bucks. So I think I made an amazing deal on it. And it's funny because I didn't realize, like, crazy how quickly time flies. The first one was 2003. We're talking about 19 years now, and then 6 years since the last one of these. So I'm definitely happy to add this one to the collection. I really want to get the Resident Evil one too. I don't have that box set yet for the 4K edition, but I love these ones, and happy to get this now and add it to my collection and revisit them in 4K. It's been a while since I've seen them, and you know, it's vampires versus werewolves. Let me know what your favorite vampire movie is, your favorite werewolf movie, and some underrated vampire movies and werewolf movies, because I feel like people usually pick the same different ones for werewolf movies. It's like a top 3. It's American Werewolf in London, and then you've got Dog Soldiers, and then Silver Bullet's been getting a ton of love. So two that I think are super underrated for werewolf movies would be the British movie Howl, which I don't hear a lot of people talking about that one, and then Wolf of Snow Hollow, which is a unique take on the werewolf genre. I think I want to do like a list on both of those videos for, you know, underrated vampire movies and underrated werewolf movies. But I feel like for my favorite vampire movie of all time is 30 Days of Night. Again, snowy setting, the blood really pops on the white snow, and just the vampires are just real gritty, dirty, nasty. Ben Foster's great as that stranger character. I just love it. And they didn't cop out at the ending. Just brutal. Again, that sense of isolation too. I love it so friggin' much. And let's go ahead and actually do a like impromptu unboxing for this. Here's the wraparound J card. And there you go. And this comes off like that. And then each one has a slipcover as well, which I think looks awesome, slides out. And we're gonna go over, show you the first one. And here's the digital copy code. I've already sold that, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I like the cast a lot here. You've got Michael Sheen, Kate Beckinsale, of course, Scott Speedman, Bill Nighy, a bunch of other recognizable people in here. But this one, when it first came out, was just so awesome to me. Great horror action. The fight sequences were very stylistic, and some great special features on here too. And here is Evolution, Rise of the Lycans, Awakening, and Blood Wars. So super happy to add these to the collection, and happy that these all have slipcovers too. I feel like, you know, not everybody cares about the slipcovers, but I do appreciate them. And this was a really nice, rigid outer box too. So I think this is a nice looking box set. We need more nice horror box sets. And I was wishing and hoping that the Halloween one would get a 4K box set, but I guess that's not happening. The newer ones, coming out with H2O, that set. I really don't care about those movies, but I would like to get the Rob Zombie ones. I know not everybody likes those ones, but I appreciate them. And you got Halloween, all the recent ones too. I love the first one from 2018, Halloween Kills though. And Halloween Ends. Let me know what you think of all the Halloween movies, the Rob Zombie ones, especially the recent trilogy. And let me know what you think they're going to do in the future. I think, of course, they're going to make more. They're always going to make more. But let me know what let me say third favorite movie in the Halloween franchise is, because I feel like everybody picks 1 and 2. And then for me, I love Season of the Witch. I've been saying this. It's funny because there's like a meme going on or like a post that's been shared a lot. But I've been saying this for decades. If Season of the Witch didn't have the Halloween title on there, it would be an all-time classic, a cult classic at least. I still think it is a cult classic, but of course it didn't have Michael Myers in it. And initially, if it did well, they were going to have the rest of the Halloween movies going forward with different characters. And it didn't do well, so they brought Michael Myers back. But I think it worked out for everyone. And I still think Season of the Witch is an all-time Halloween-themed horror classic. So there we go, though. There's the Underworld limited edition 5-movie collection 4K box set. And let me know what you'd like to see get the 4K treatment for horror movies too. And let me know what your favorite slasher franchise is. For me, I'm gonna be honest, Halloween of the major 3, that's my least favorite. I'll take Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street franchises over Halloween. I just think a lot of those sequels for the Halloween ones just aren't that good in comparison. But I know it's subjective. I know I've said that before, and people just get real upset about it and argue back and forth. I just really appreciate those other like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th way more for their sequels. But after like 3, 4, 5, it gets progressively worse for me. But there we go. There's the 5 horror pickups. And let me know if you've seen any of these movies that are involved with the T-shirts, the sweatshirts. Let me know if you've seen the Underworld ones, and let me know if you've seen Brightburn. He's coming for you. And what you think of them. Which one is your favorite of these movies and items as well? Leave me those comments and everything else I ask down below. I love the interaction here. That's why I continue to make these videos. Otherwise, it would just be me talking into the void. I like I want to hear your opinion too, even if it doesn't, if it's different from my opinion. I appreciate differing opinions. We can disagree civilly, and that's okay. That's what, it's fun to talk about on here. If we all like the same thing, it would movies would be boring. It'd be all the same thing. And, overly formulaic even more so than it already is. But there's been some amazing modern horror movies too, which I'm going to do a lot of videos coming up. So look forward to them. It's, we're going to have a lot of lists. Again, I want to do the top 10 underrated vampires and werewolf. Maybe I might do it 5 because I feel like there aren't as many great werewolf movies as there are vampire movies. But there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are picking up some awesome stuff for, Halloween season, spooky season, 31 days of horror, Halloween. Horror is my favorite genre by far. I love spooky stuff, weird stuff, creepy stuff. So, I get that stuff all year round, but I ramp it up even more so around this time because there's more of it out there as well. But again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope everybody's doing well. Take care. Keep it spooky.